two names together and jumpstart a host of feelings and memories through Tuscaloosa and Baton Rouge. Moments of frustration, disbelief, and jubilation due to the battles that these two have had. From national championship games to season derailments, this rivalry has had it all, and we've got even more for you today. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The LSU Tigers offense takes the field to start this game off. These two teams always seem to fight tooth and nail, and LSU pulled out a close one last season.
Yeah, the Tigers found a way down the stretch to make plays against the mighty Crimson Tide, get that winning streak going, build some momentum for this year.
And that was huge for their confidence, too, in terms of closing out the season. So if they could put it back-to-back in this one, just think what that would do for this program moving forward.
Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years. A foundation, a running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out there.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. They use the sideline and get him out of bounds right at the 9.
This defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
I love the aggressive nature and the play calling there. In the opening drive of the game, you have an opportunity on fourth down, obviously, to just kick a field goal, take the lead early, establish some momentum. Instead, they get aggressive. They go for it, and not just get it, they score a touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing, tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Now from the 40, it's first and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Use the play fake, now to throw. Dumps it to the back. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Leaves it with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Field goal is good. That'll bring him to within 4. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice game. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He'll pull it on the read. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another 1st down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Turning it on. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. The inside handoff. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. They're going to run it. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. The run the quarterback sneak. Sneaks it in.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And he made the extra point without problem. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Man, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Carla. These two teams are ballers.
And this is a game, too, David, that everybody circles on the calendar at the start of the season. We all know that conference championship, national championship, Heisman trophy implications are on the line. And the intensity level in this game, it's simply unmatched in college football.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Russ.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Addison. There he goes. Touchdown, Bama. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Hand off from the gun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Better find the ear plugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to scramble. Trying to escape and get it himself. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. And the O will stay out there and go for it on 4th and inches. He'll keep it on the sneak. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Burton. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Send the tight end in motion. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback, Samuel. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his own.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Touchdown, Tigers! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed a play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it's a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To throw, it's Washington. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on 1st down. Going deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Down to the 36-yard line, and some nifty moves to try to make a big play on the interception. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Morris. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Burt. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field. You saw that right there.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to the air on second and short. Makes the catch. They'll immediately call timeout.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Working that left side now. Touchdown LSU! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Back to throw. It's Washington. Sets up the screen. Breaks into the open. Across the 35. Out of bounds at the 36. And a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grab near the sticks. It's Silva. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. This would be a prodigious kick from 56 yards out and from the left side. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The give to the back. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And so much to break down from a spirited first half between the Tigers and the Tide. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that, let's throw it back to the fellas to see how this duel between Alabama and LSU plays out.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Give to the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it. Short of midfield at the 49. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. The give out of the gun. Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
It's completely changed the game. Like, now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with.
Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Between the uprights, it's good. They're hanging around here, leads down to 12.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll try the run. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field.
You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Washington. Snagged out of the air. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Sends it back in motion. Just keeps slinging it. Gets it to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Makes the catch. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Pulls it in. It's Silva. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Addison. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Leaves it with the back. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. To the air, it's Washington. Grabbed behind the line, it's Silva. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long games. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Pulls and fires complete. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Fires into the end zone. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. He'll slither through and pick up 3 and get it out to the 10-yard line.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
the closest guy to the football, man. It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. With the catch, it's Burton. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space.
Turning it on! They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Looking to throw, it's Washington. Good timing on the quick out. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. All wideouts, no backs. Looking to throw on first down. The quick out. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Man, what a great play by the defender there. Big-time players make big plays in big games, and against an outstanding wide receiver one-on-one, he's able to knock the ball away and force an incompletion late in the game with everything on the line.
And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. Wants to keep it in the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Trying play action. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Fires to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Lets it go to the end zone. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Stopped at the 13-yard line. The return after the interception has them in business.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Finding an escape route. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for us.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. The kick is on its way. He'll signal for and make the fair catch right around midfield. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Scanning the field, it's Washington. Finds his tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Silva. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Wants to go up top on first down. He wants to go deep. Touchdown, Alabama! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
You get the touchdown, but there's not a lot of time left. So you need to get the onside kick. You may have time for one more play, one shot to throw it in the end zone and somehow see if you can steal this game.
This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. The hands team able to secure that football, and with that, should have secured a victory. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation covered. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
Thanks so much for